public education is a civil right.
That's right.
And we must build a movement to defend public education in this city. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming out this morning. We want to be clear on a couple things. The elected officials of the Milwaukee Public School Board are elected by the citizens of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we are satisfied with the decision that was made in the sale of Malcolm X.
Last night, the Milwaukee School Board voted to sell the vacant Malcolm X Academy building.
Milwaukee Public Schools says the vision was there for some time.
The community said that it wanted a community center there. So what we're doing is actually responding to what the community asked for.
Let me say that the NAACP applauds the plans of the Milwaukee School Board for the Malcolm X site. We believe that a culture center, a school, and housing at that site are all needed and will well benefit the community and the citizens of that area in the long term. So we applaud that decision.
Think about it. We got a plan that's just 6 blocks east. There will be a $20 million project going on East Center Street. And how many times have we seen a $20 million project going on East Center Street? The project would include a public school, a culture center, 32 units of housing, and multiple social service agencies there to support our students.
Critics believe MPS made this deal before State Senate Bill 318 gets passed. If it becomes law, part of that measure would force MPS to sell its underused properties, specifically to other education operators, including private or charter schools.
Senator Darling and Representative Sanfilippo have introduced Senate Bill 318 and Assembly Bill 417. You can go on the website and pull this bill up and read it for yourself. It is atrocious.
Yes.
Mayor Barrett's representative testified that their main concern with Assembly Bill 417 is that the city would not be able to sell the property it owns to buyers other than educational operators for 48 months after it appeared on the inventory list of eligible properties. We need to be on top of this and stay on top of this, because if they rework the bill, then they will attempt to sell the properties anyway.
And what this seems to me, it seems this supposedly takeover is where you just completely eliminate and diminish the powers of our elected representatives. Yes. The ones we elected to the Milwaukee Public School Board. Yes. So I'm pleased to join with you in supporting Milwaukee Public Schools and local control of our public schools. We have separation of powers and we have separation of governments, and the state government want to be the be all and the end all. And I say enough is enough.
In Wisconsin, we have seen some of the worst cuts to public education. We have also seen a new escalated effort by the Milwaukee Manufacturing Association and their political servants to take more money out of our public schools to subsidize the expansion of private and voucher schools. These private schools do not have the same accountability. They do not have to accept all children, or do they have the obligation to give back public dollars that they take out back to the public schools when they push kids out. Yes. Many Latino youth are limited English speakers, and they need bilingual education that is only available in the public schools. Right. This is a civil rights issue as well. This corporate takeover likes to use the language of saying this is about our kids or our schools, but that is a lie. It's about destroying public education in order for businesses to profiteer and rewarding politicians.
Education is a civil right, not just for the rich and powerful, not just for the wealthy and well-connected, but for every single child in the state of Wisconsin. We will not, I repeat, we will not let this Jim Crow legislation take over our city. I may be the granddaughter of a sharecropper, but I am not a sharecropper. This is my city. You do not own it. And if you will not listen to us because we have a gerrymandered single-party rule in Madison, then we will take to the streets in Milwaukee. We will take it to the MMAC because let me tell you something. Alberta Darling may be the face of this bill, but the real person behind this takeover is Tim Sheehy. All right, let's say that again. Tim Sheehy. So to everyone in our community, Tim Sheehy, we have your number. It is 271-4100, and we are going to take this fight to your doorstep, to the MMAC, because you do not own our community.
It is disgusting. And I'll say it again, it's disgusting and it's immoral that people who don't live in this community want to sit on top and dictate to this community how it will run its affairs.
That's right.
That is not democracy.
Yes, sir.
That is dictatorship.
Yes, sir.
We're told that they have a better way of educating our children. But we know the people who are the architects of this don't believe in public education.
Yes, sir.
Alberta Darling's children went to university school, not to public school.
Yes, sir.
Tim Sheehy's son goes to Marquette High School, not a public school.
Yes, sir.
They aren't about public education. They've never walked in the halls of North Division High School,
Yes, sir.
of Golda Meir, of Riverside, of Hamilton, of Pulaski, or many more of our schools. They don't work with the families. In fact, if you look around this community, what you see is the result of the MMAC and its members.
That's right.
You see unemployed men and women.
Come on.
You see boarded up stores and closed down
Yes, sir.
factories.
Yes, sir.
Are the people who moved the jobs out of this community and destroyed the local economy so that we have no work, are they now the ones that we should expect are going to take care of our children? No. Are you kidding me?
I was there at the hearing on Tuesday. I was one of 2 City of Milwaukee representatives there, and I listened to all the sponsors. And where were they from? Mukwonago, Pewaukee, River Hills, all these suburban people. And guess what? They don't care about Milwaukee. They really are carrying water for Alec, and they are carrying water for those who want to destroy public education throughout the United States. That's right. That's what this is. This isn't just one issue. This isn't just one place. These are people who do not believe in public education. They don't believe it's the business of government to educate people. They don't believe in the equal opportunity efforts of all of us. Let me tell you, this is a battle that's just beginning. I will tell you, I will do all that I can to see that we can stop this bill.
First of all, let me tell you all, I'm proud to stand here before you today. You've heard statistics, you've heard bills, but I stand before you as a visual aid. I'm a graduate of MPS.
That's right. That's right.
I'm a graduate of North Division High School.
All right.
Let me tell you, I read at an above average level. I have been considered to be literate.
All right.
And if you catch me on the right day, I have been known to be articulate.
All right.
So I'm standing here telling you that when our parents raised us, they said, if you do not live in this household, you do not have a say-so in this household. If you do not support this household, then you do not determine who comes into this household.
All right.
I look at this audience today, and I look when I go to Madison, and I look at the MMAC, and it does not have the diversity that I see here today.
All right.
I doubt if Alberta Darling have even bought a fish sandwich in this neighborhood. I doubt if Tim Sheehy has ever been inside North Division High School.
Come on. Come on now.
We have to stand together, stand united. Asante, I applaud you and your colleagues. I ask the mayor to stand up and be more vocal. All of the politicians, stand up and be more vocal. Everyone knows this is wrong. Milwaukee is just a test ground for a greater takeover. It's just a test ground for a whole new legislation that's passing this country. We, as the people of this country and the people of this neighborhood, realize that we will not be duped again. We will not be hornswoggled again. We will not be set up on again. And we will not be legislated to again, because we will fight this until the end. Our education is not for sale.
That's right.
It is a moral and a civil right that we educate all of our children, no matter who they are, what their economic level are, and what their grade levels are. We educate them all because they are our children.
That's right.
We do not pick and choose. We educate everyone.
The City Council still has to approve this sale. While not speculating on how that will go, Common Council President Willie Hines did make it clear how he feels about interference at the state level.
They're going to do what they're going to do, and we're going to do what we deem is in the best interest of the city. And again, I would hope that they would, in the spirit of cooperation, be willing to work with us rather than to take decisions out of the hands of local municipalities.
Hines says the city attorney is reviewing the terms of the sheet, and then the sale will be scheduled to the appropriate committees. The full Senate still has to vote on Darling's measure.
Understanding that this thing is about trust. It's a mistrust. Because you have to trust the local elected officials, and you got to trust the people that elected them into office to make the local decisions that's necessary to move forward their community.
Okay.
There is absolutely no doubt that this project is a great project for the community, it's a great project for public education, and that the legislation that's being put forward, whether it's Assembly Bill 417, Senate Bill 318, and all of the amendments that tried to make a dumb bill smarter, all of it is wrong, and it's the wrong way to legislate. You don't take a single situation in a local community and then you go up to Madison and you make a broad policy covering a number of other buildings, affecting a number of other types of educational processes that's going on in the city. And you're going to base and have an impact on all of those school buildings, all of those kids, all of those teachers to affect one transaction, to try to accommodate one school attempting to make a decision to purchase a building for their own interest. That's the wrong way to legislate. That's the wrong way to have an impact statewide about how to educate kids. The best way to make that decision is right here in the communities where the people live. That's not even new. That's a Republican idea.
All right.
Public education is a civil right.
That's right.
And we must build a movement to defend public education in this city. Thank you.